Hey, over here. No, over here. Do you like theorizing or riffing on blurry photos and strange lights in the sky?
Hey, don't listen to him. Over here. Do you like hearing about encounters and experiences with aliens, UFOs, Bigfoot? Or our favorite, the Shadow Man, Lou Bega?
Hey, no, come over here. Or maybe you've had a first-hand encounter with Mothman, Chupacabra, or Puckwudgies.
Hey, right over here. Seriously, if you answered yes to any of these questions, then search out Alien Theorists Theorizing.
Alien Theorists Theorizing.
Available anywhere podcasts can be found.
Hey, come over here. Our podcast, it's available 24/7 for all your pre-recorded paranormal podcast needs.
Hey, no, over here. Join us, the Alien Theorists, as we wade through the BS and be inspired by the possibilities with open minds and beers in hand.
Enjoy the show.
Come gather round the campfire and hear our ghostly tales of chilling terrors, darkest woes, and anything that goes bump in the night. So cuddle up with your best friend or dare it alone. The darkness is closing in and spirits are calling your name. This is Fireside Phantoms.
Well, today is another edition of
Paranormal
and Paranoid
News.
Yay! And it's my turn this week.
Oh, good. I love it when it's your turn.
I know. You can just sit
no
back
work
and
for
relax.
me. I'm sitting back and relaxing.
I know. I think you're going to enjoy this one quite a bit.
Excellent.
Yes. So I think I told you this one before. It's a story that I had done for a previous episode that I don't think we ended up using, but I'm going to bring it back in now because there's been a subsequent story that kind of ties, I think, to this story.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember me talking about months back, and not to our listeners, but just to Carol, because you wouldn't have heard this, but about China's space-time tunnel.
Yes.
Right? Remember?
Yes, I remember.
So let me just reiterate to you what happened. China had been planning to build a space-time tunnel that would allow them to time travel.
I remember.
Apparently, someone discovered a business plan and PowerPoint presentation that showed the detailed plans to build this space-time tunnel. According to MysteriousUniverse.com, this tunnel could, quote, distort time and space, control the flow rate of time, break through the barrier of time and space, and be widely used for time travel, interstellar voyage, and life extension, etc., end quote.
Wow, that's a lot of things it can do.
It's a lot of things it can do. The details of the plan stated that a 16-acre plot of land would be chosen to build the base where this tunnel would be developed. However, what's even more bizarre is that the plan earmarked only 7 to 12 months to build it after receiving their funding, which is not very long. It's not very much time. That seems to be an impossibly short amount of time to get a project like this off the ground.
You know, if they can do it with a vaccine, they can do it with a time travel.
There you go.
Portal.
So the plan states they would need about $31 million for the project, which again is an entirely low number. The plan did state that once they are operational, it would be closer to $800 billion, which sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's probably in that ballpark. Probably to build it is in that ballpark. A guy named Gio Weiwei, spelled G-U-O and last name W-E-I. So I'm going to go with Gio Weiwei, who is the chairman of Rutai Technology, described the theory behind the plan. Quote, it was discovered that by controlling the electromagnetic field, the curvature and distribution of the time stream can be changed. When it is considered that the time stream is acted on by controlling the electromagnetic field, the time stream is twisted and broken until a time and space wormhole is formed. That is, a time and space tunnel, end quote. So it sounds to me like he's done the math and he's figured this out.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
Rutai Technology, as well as the Chinese government, deny this plan exists and have blown it off, saying it was a, quote, mistakenly created presentation, end quote. However, Six Park News, who has been working on this story, dug deep to find that there are several, quote, minky, end quote, articles or possible dark web articles that match the scientific theories listed in the business plan. So is it true or false? So they're basically saying that in their research, they've gone onto the dark web and found that there are other people saying that this is how you would form it, and it matches what was in this presentation that was found.
Wow, that sounds very suspicious.
So now on September 8th, 2021, which just happened a couple weeks ago, in the city of Shenyang, China, residents discovered this. And people, you'll see in the video, have stopped on this bridge and they're taking pictures of it. Now, to me, it looks like a skyscraper in the sky. There's a big light at the top of it shining down, and it looks like some kind of a tunnel.
Or an elevator, right?
Something, but look at that. As you look at it closer, it looks like a transformer.
Oh, no, that's
Doesn't
a
it?
person.
Isn't that
That's
weird?
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Isn't that weird?
A gigantic
It looks
person.
like a giant transformer from the movies, The Transformers.
I can
It's
see
like it
that.
got a head, and then the building part of it makes it look like a big
The
long
body.
Yeah, the body.
It's like dressed in a suit, though.
It's weird.
It's well
looking.
dressed.
But people are wondering, is this the tunnel that maybe
Mm-hmm.
they're working on? That's what my question is. Is this actually the tunnel that they
space
said that
tunnel.
it was not being built?
And is it in the location that they?
I couldn't find
thought-
I couldn't find a connection between Shenyang, China, and this company, but they did say in the earlier article that they were looking for a place to build it.
Any time travelers out there want to let us know the
Let us
truth?
know.
Please get in touch
Please
with
let
us.
us know. That would be great. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that, if you notice, if you turn on the TV or watch the news or go on the internet, a lot of things are changing in the world right now.
Yeah.
Science is, this next story is going to kind of relate to this too, but it seems that we are going through a big shift of changing in a lot of things in our government and in our medical field and in our education system and our criminal justice system. Like everything is getting thrown up in the air right now. So, I don't know. Maybe this is our spiritual part that we're evolving to the next level as a human race. I don't know, but
That would be interesting.
right. I know.
And I definitely have seen a lot of supposed plans for time machines out there on the internet.
Yeah.
And you never know if there's any truth to it because the madness behind it, I can't interpret it.
Yeah.
And
well, watching all those time traveling TikTok videos, you have to go, huh?
yeah, I mean, TikTok can make a believer out of anyone
It sure
on some of
can.
those things. Like, have you seen the ones where the guy films like this portal in his hotel room or his bedroom, and it shows like him like throwing a coin through it or something, and people are like, great editing skills, and
Right. How do you know what's real and what isn't?
you don't know.
Yeah, you don't.
And that's what I look at everything now that I see on my computer. It's like, all right, who's filming this and where
Yeah.
are they located?
Yeah, and what kind of visual effects work do they know how
Yeah.
to do? Because they can absolutely make anything look real nowadays.
But I do think it's really interesting to see patents.
Yeah.
People applying for patents for this
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so my next story is near-death experiences have been confirmed.
I already thought they were confirmed.
Confirmed that they're happening after the brain is dead.
Okay, that is different.
That's
because
different.
that was my question. Is it the brain still kind of functioning on
Right.
autopilot?
Yeah. So from Anama Alien, our lovely website.
Our friends who don't know us.
So I've talked about this before on our show, the AWARE study that started in 2014 to investigate people that have had near-death experiences. They've been doing this study for a long time. And it's just recently come to their conclusion. Led by Dr. Sam Pernia, the team at University of Southampton were able to interview more than 2,000 people throughout Britain, the USA, and Austria who were resuscitated after cardiac arrests. 40% of the people said they experienced quote-unquote awareness when they were considered to be clinically dead. And, quote, in one case, conscious awareness appears to have continued for up to 3 minutes into the period when the heart was not beating, even though the brain typically shuts down within 20 to 30 seconds after the heart is stopped, end quote. Many doctors have chalked up NDEs, or near-death experiences, to hallucinations, dreamy thoughts of a brain shutting down just before death. But when studying a 57-year-old patient who had an NDE well after the, quote, death phase, end quote, of the brain, they confirmed that something is still happening when your body shuts down and it's not a hallucination. Many of the people interviewed in their study said they experienced floating up and out of their body and felt feelings of peace and heightened awareness during their near-death experience. And others still reported feeling a presence or another entity with them during the experience. Some say time no longer existed, or time slowed down, or it accelerated. Some also said they saw the light that you hear about in near-death experiences, or a flash of light, and others saw their life in review. The subjects also said they felt that their life review showed them who they were as a person through how they treated those around them. They also confirmed that these experiences were life-changing. The study also found that as a result of these experiences, these subjects made major life changes and changed the direction of the course of their life once they returned to their bodies.
That's the part I love, is the fact that they come back and have a completely different outlook.
Yeah.
Some of these people just up and quit their jobs.
Absolutely.
They're like, I get it. I totally know what I'm supposed to be doing. Blah, blah, blah.
They're not driven by money and prestige. They want to have real experiences and be spiritually
connected with people.
And they want to grow, and they want to be, their currency is more about love than it is about money. And I like that part of it too. So this was the same study that researchers had added pictures to the top of cabinets and shelves in their ER rooms so that if someone floated above, they would be able to describe the photos. Unfortunately, though, none of the candidates that they interviewed were in any of those rooms where there would have been those photos. So they couldn't really confirm that part of the study, unfortunately. But I think that's great. I think that's great that they've come out and they were like, yeah, we really think that something continues after the brain and heart shut down.
That's great. I'm glad that it's more than just brainwave activity.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, well, there's always that question. Is it just that?
The level of detail these people come back and talk about, and then the way they're able to describe everything that happened in the room when they were supposed to be dead. I think it was another really big thing for them to hear. It was like, well, yeah, that's exactly what the doctor said. That's exactly what they did to you when they were trying to resuscitate you. That's all of the things. But you were dead, so how would you have known that? If your brain is no longer functioning, how could you have known what they were doing in the room? So that's pretty cool. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means you have a vehicle outside of your body.
Yeah.
That is
Spirit.
you. That is you. Spirit.
Spirit. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So now on to, because we talked about the fact that all of our paranormal news was going to have Halloween elements to it.
Ooh.
I have some good Halloween elements I'm going to throw into our mix
Exciting.
today. First
Yay.
one is, the big hurricane Nicholas that just hit Galveston, Texas a couple of weeks ago. Well, just before that hurricane hit, residents of the seaside town looked out their window in horror. There, walking along the water's edge, was none other than Halloween serial killer himself, Michael Myers.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes. He lives,
So
Carol.
scary.
He lives. All 14 of those movies did not kill him. He's still alive, and he hangs out in Galveston, Texas. As it turns out, an attorney named Mark Metzger thought it would be funny to put on a Halloween mask and carry a fake bloody knife while cruising the beach to make light of the impending doom of the storm. Some residents did not find this to be so funny.
I would have found it really funny.
I would have loved it. As the police were called and Metzger was approached and handcuffed by the cops, he said, quote, "It felt like a scene out of Scooby-Doo after they handcuffed me and pulled the mask off." Like, I would have
it's our neighborhood friend.
Right? I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling Karens, end quote. Apparently, once police saw that Metzger was just fooling around and that his knife was fake, they cited him for disorderly conduct and let him go. Though this run-in with the cops wasn't the outcome he expected, he did say that there were some people who did get the joke. Some people had stopped him and asked for photos, and the Beach Patrol played his theme song, the Halloween movie song, while he was walking around.
Because, when people are doing that, they typically film themselves and throw them up on social
There's
media.
a video of people filming him from the comfort of inside their house, watching the cops run over and arrest him. It's pretty funny. That poor guy.
Awesome.
So Metzger said that despite despite getting cited for disorderly conduct, he would absolutely do it all over again. Have you been to the Halloween Spirit store this year yet?
Not this year. I have not been yet. Have you?
Yes.
Okay.
There's 2 locations by me, and I went to both. And the first one I went to, they did not have any Michael Myers masks because I really want one, right? They're like, no, sorry, we've already sold out. Well, this was like 2 weeks ago, and it's not even October yet. So I'm like, wow, okay. So then I went to the other one, and yeah, they had a lot of Michael Myers masks. But you want to know how much they want for these masks?
Too much money?
$70.
What a racket. Why?
$70.
Are
And
they-
Amazon is $70.
Do they block COVID or something?
Yeah, they probably do. But I'm like, who has $70 to spend on a Michael Myers mask? I love Michael Myers.
I've
but
always
$70?
no, I've always found those stores, their costumes are outrageous.
Outrageous. And I
it's
bet you they
just
make
so
a shit ton of money
expensive.
too.
They do. Well, they're only up,
A couple times a year, a couple months a year.
so they have to really.
yeah. But
it's-
yeah. But they sold out.
You'll
Oh
just
my
have to
God.
be, Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen or somebody this year.
No, I don't want to be a depressed girl walking around frowning all the time.
Maybe you can choose a different serial killer.
No.
No?
They had a cool Frankenstein mask, which was also $70, but it looked, the Michael Myers mask is just a white face.
Yeah.
That's it. At least Frankenstein, he's green. He's got bolts on his neck. Like, he looks cooler, in my opinion. But I really wanted the Michael Myers because it's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
It's an effectively creepy mask.
I agree. And you were a witch last year, so you definitely have to have something different.
Yeah. Damn it.
We'll figure it out. You still have some time.
Do I send you those TikTok videos of the Michael Myers guy and he and his wife records him being Michael Myers and she's always yelling at him going, "You're an idiot."
No.
It's so funny. I gotta show you some of those. They're
Okay.
hilarious. She's yelling at him like, "You need to stop acting like such an idiot." And he's like walking around just looking at her with like a blank expression because he's got the mask on. It's so funny. It's so funny. I was like, wow.
Send them my way.
Okay.
I need more TikTok to watch.
Yeah. Well, no, we all know about your addiction.
Yeah. My friends did an intervention
We
with
did.
me. A literal intervention.
We sat her down, we held her hand, and we looked her deep in the eyes.
I was shocked.
And we said, "Carol, we know you like TikTok, but this is becoming ridiculous."
And I was like, I don't understand.
You must send me
I was in
12
complete
TikToks a day.
I was in complete denial. I was like, what do you mean? This is not an addiction.
Oh my God.
It's
it is an
merely
addiction.
research, people. It's research.
If I had to pick a social media platform that the only one I was ever going to be on, it would probably be TikTok because you can spend so many hours watching those
And
videos.
I firmly believe that's the one that's the most harmful for our brains.
I'm
And the
sure.
reason why is it's teaching us such a short attention span.
Yeah.
And then flipping between them so much.
Yeah. And some people are really funny and really smart. And I mean, you can laugh,
Yeah.
you can cry, you
And it
can
makes
learn
me
something.
insecure about how untalented I am
I
now.
know. I just look at it and I'm like, wow, this is so good.
So glad
There's some talented people out
yeah.
there.
Well,
Yeah, there's some good stuff. So anyway, Michael Myers on the Galveston beaches of Texas. So look for him there.
Amazing. And I thought you were going to say the gray ghost appeared because, the gray ghost is what always is seen at a time of a hurricane.
Oh, well, maybe the gray ghost was there, but no one was looking at it because he saw Michael Myers.
Michael Myers always steals the show.
Right. He is a celebrity
course.
Halloween guest. And so you have to. You're like, wow, you're bringing some heat right there. So my next story, Carol,
Yes.
is exciting.
Okay.
Okay. There's 2 places that are doing this, and you're really going to be excited about one of them. The first one I'm going to tell you about is website Finance Buzz is offering $1,300 to a selected person that has to win a contest. They have to write an application. But to get the $1,300, they have to watch 13 horror movies this Halloween season.
Oh my God. We've got this one.
This one, but there's a second one I'm going to tell you about.
Oh, okay. Because
Okay.
I can easily watch 13 horror
Absolutely.
movies.
Finance Buzz wants to determine if high-budget horror movies are scarier than low-budget ones. So it's a research thing that they're doing. Therefore, they are offering up a contest to a horror movie fan willing to watch 13 horror movies while wearing a Fitbit to track their heart rate.
What? A Fitbit?
A Fitbit to track their heart rate so they can see when they're getting scared.
Hell no.
The fan selected.
No, I'm kidding.
It's like, wow, we saw you got really excited at this one part. No, I was just walking up the stairs.
That was my dog. Don't you know that we put our Fitbits on our dogs?
Yeah. The fan selected will be paid $1,300 to watch the horror movie marathon, which is what they love to do anyway, so it's a win-win. The Fitbit will be supplied by Finance Buzz to the fan. They will also deliver a $50 gift card to cover the cost of the movie rentals.
Ooh.
The window of time to watch these movies will be October 9th through October 18th. The fan will be expected to watch the following films. The movie Saw,
Oh, no.
Amityville Horror, but they
Yes.
didn't say which one.
Yes.
The one from the 70s or the later one. A Quiet Place.
Yes.
A Quiet Place 2.
And I've already seen them. So
I've seen
can I
most
just
of
write
these.
them off my list?
I've already seen most of these.
Yeah.
Candyman.
Yes.
Insidious.
Oh, yes. I've seen all those.
The Blair Witch Project.
Of course. That made me throw up.
Great. Sinister.
Yes.
Get Out.
No, haven't seen that one.
I've seen that one. The Purge.
Yes.
Halloween. Woohoo! Seen it like 8,000
I know.
times.
Holly's favorite.
Paranormal Activity.
Yes.
And Annabelle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I like them all except for Saw. It's just too bloody and gross.
It's
and
gory.
scary.
It's gory. So to apply for this job, you must submit your application by September 26th at midnight, which means by the time this airs, the deadline will have passed.
Oh.
That's too bad, I know.
Well, that's no fun.
The lucky viewer will be chosen on October 1st. And Carol, if you don't make that contest, don't worry, because the second contest I found is probably way more up your alley anyway.
Okay.
Dish Network is also offering up to $1,300 to a horror movie fan to watch 13 films, but in their contest, they have a particular theme of movies for you to watch.
You know what I want Dish Network to do is if I win, come take your dish off my house.
They leave them there for
You
years.
just leave it there.
Yeah.
When I disconnect the service, it's not cool. Talk about the environment, man. You're wasting your equipment.
Okay, so let's
Okay,
refocus.
all right, I'm sorry.
Refocus.
I'm sorry.
This is important for you to hear.
I was triggered by Dish Network.
Dish Network is offering this $1,300 to watch 13 Stephen King movies, Carol.
Yes!
13 Stephen King movies.
I love Stephen King.
You hear the demon coming from inside her now. Wah, Stephen King. The king of horror movies himself. Dish is interested in quite a bit of information from their lucky contest winner, though. It's going to be a lot more than just putting on a Fitbit.
Do we have to give blood or something?
Almost.
Oh.
They want to track your heart rate again via the Fitbit, but they also want a detailed log of your experience. They want you
I
to...
thought you were going to say my vaccine card. They want to have me send that in at the same
If
time.
you're not vaccinated, you cannot watch these
Oh, no.
movies in the comfort of your home.
All right. So
Okay.
continue.
They want you to tell them what scares you, like jump scares or other types of scares. They want to know who watched these movies with you, what you thought and felt before, during, and after each movie, and if your sleep was affected. Did you have nightmares?
And
They're
then
trying to figure out how to sell more films, and they
Oh.
want to know all about the emotions that you run through during the entire range of films. So the 13 Stephen King films that they want you to watch, Carol, include the following: Carrie,
Yes.
Children of the Corn,
Oh, yes.
Chris-
Malachi.
Christine,
Yes.
Creepshow.
Don't know that one.
I've seen that one many times. Cujo,
Yes.
It, and it can
Yes.
be either the original or the 2017 remake.
Both.
It Chapter 2,
Yes.
Misery,
Yes.
The Mist,
Yes.
Pet Cemetery.
Yep.
Again, could be the original or the 2019 film.
Mm-hmm.
Salem's Lot,
Oh, good.
The Shining, of course.
Yes, of course.
And Doctor Sleep.
Dr. Sleep.
I haven't. That's like the only one I don't think
That
I've
was a
seen.
good one, too.
I haven't seen that one. In addition to the Fishbit, Dish is also supplying a Stephen King survival kit that includes a blanket, popcorn, candy, and paraphernalia celebrating the famed author. To apply, you can submit an application and also a video explaining why you would be the best scream queen for the job, and the video part is optional. The deadline to apply is Friday, October 8th. which I believe what would give people that are listening to this time to apply.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think personally we should apply for the Stephen King one.
I think so too.
We have to write up a really good reason why we should be the chosen people. And we should say, hey, we want to talk about it on our podcast.
Well, that was already one of my upcoming shows,
Right.
was Stephen King.
Exactly.
So this is perfect timing.
And I would watch these movies anyway.
I love them all.
Yeah. I think that'd be really fun to do.
Let's do it.
So when we get done with our episode, we'll look at the application and figure out how we can apply for it.
Sounds great.
Okay. So now, my last part, speaking of Halloween movies, CBS News published an article in which they used data from ET Online as well as a few other sources to compile what the best Halloween movies actually are. To collect their information and determine their list, they included, quote, only shows that can be streamed on subscription services such as Disney Plus and HBO Max, or on free ad-supported services such as Pluto TV. Entries are ranked by their respective scores on the movie review aggregate site Rotten Tomatoes. Ties were broken by the total number of critical reviews that went into each title's grade. So that was the criteria they used to determine the list. You want to have any guesses on what's on this list?
Well, the Disney Channel's part of that?
They said that the movies would have to be available to stream on places like Disney Plus and HBO Max.
The scariest.
They don't, and you can think of it in terms of family friendly because there's definitely some family friendly movies on here. But
Hocus Pocus.
But there's some scary ones. Hocus Pocus surprisingly is not on here,
You're so scary.
which makes me wonder how legit this list really
Yeah,
is.
you forget it. Well, it's CBS, you know. It's got to be a reputable news site like what's a reputable news site?
There are not many left.
Yeah,
I don't know. So we'll go down.
Anomalian.
Yeah,
It has to be on the Anomalian.
It has to be on there for it to be legit for us to take it seriously. So the number 10 best Halloween movie is Scream.
Okay, I see that.
That's a good one.
Yep, that is good.
Number 9 is
The Ring is so scary.
Ring's
is that
not
on there?
here. Nope.
What?
No.
Okay, all right. Go ahead with your list.
The number 9 is something you and I did last year for our final
Halloween Town.
Halloween Town. Good. Number 8 is
That was on the list?
That was on the list. Disney Plus.
That wasn't very scary.
No.
Okay.
Like I said, family friendly.
Okay.
Number 8 is The Exorcist.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's scary. Number 7, The Blair Witch Project.
Okay.
Number 6 is It, the 2017 version.
Yes.
Okay, but way
Very
better
scary.
than the 90s one.
Very
the 90s
scary.
one was not very good.
No. Yeah.
No, number 5 is The Witches.
Huh?
It's, Roald Dahl, the book, The Witches he wrote.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the 1990 film The Witches is on here. I've never heard of it.
Me either.
I'm like, that's weird. That should be Hocus Pocus.
That should be Hocus Pocus.
I think so, but that's weird.
Now, The Conjuring,
Not on here.
I liked that one.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, continue.
Number 4, it's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, which they counted as a movie.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of the other witch movie. Do you know the witch movie with like
The Witches of Eastwick.
is it
Jack Nicholson,
No,
Cher.
that's a good one too.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
No, the one that had it was a famous one with like 3 witches, I think like
Practical Magic
Practical Magic.
with Nicole Kidman
Yes,
and Sandra
Nicole
Bullock.
Kidman.
Yeah.
I loved that one.
That one's not on here either. I'm
Done.
sorry.
All right.
Number 4 is The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yes.
Number 3 is The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is also really good. Number
Love that one.
2, Halloween.
Okay.
Yay! Woo! And number 1 is a movie that I was vaguely aware existed. What We Do in the Shadows. It's a comedy.
What?
It's about these vampires, and it's about their lifestyle, and it's a comedy, and it's really funny. But they put that in as number 1.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
It's pretty
I don't
good.
think.
There's even a TV series now about these vampires. But yeah, it's a good movie. It's pretty funny.
All right.
But I would not have put it at the number 1 spot for the best Halloween movies. I guess if you're
No.
looking for a lighthearted Halloween movie, it would be great. But I guess
Yeah.
it really depends. There's a lot of criteria you can use to rank a Halloween movie. Do you want it to be family friendly? Do you want it to be scary? Do you want it to be funny? Like, there's a lot of different, like, they probably should have broken down their category
into
a
2
little bit
lists.
more. Yeah,
They should have done 1 family friendly
that's what I think.
and 1 terrifying and then 1 slasher films.
Absolutely. So anyway, those are my stories.
Oh,
Yeah.
it puts me in the mood to watch some good Halloween movies.
Right. Especially some Stephen King ones.
And you guys, listeners, if you're going to enter in this second contest.
No, you're not. We just want to make it clear you do not enter because Carol and I don't like the competition.
You got some real competition with us.
No, don't
Just
enter. You know what?
FYI.
We're not going to put the link up.
What? Yes,
No.
we are.
No, we're not.
I'll sneak it in.
No, you're not.
Instagram.
We don't want the competition.
I'm not scared of competition.
Carol, I want $1,300 to watch Stephen King films, okay? Come on.
Okay, you'll have to find your own link. You're welcome, Holly. Loyalty to friends first.
So, what should we do our tarot reading on? I'm thinking the China Tunnel. What do you think?
I like that one.
Or should we do to see if we're going to win the Stephen King contests?
Well, according to you, we are. There's no shot of a doubt there.
Yeah, there's going to be millions of people who play for
I
that.
know.
So, what do you want to do?
Okay, we'll do the China Tunnel.
China Tunnel. Okay, we'll be right back. All right, we're back.
We're back.
So Carol and I were asking, what is this weird image that we saw? And I'll put a link to it on our website so you guys can see. It looks like a big skyscraper with a light shining down off of it, but it also looks like there's a head at the top. And so we're like, maybe this is something to do with what China might be doing in terms of trying to build a time travel tunnel. And so I used the A Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. Carol and I are trying to do Halloween type stuff, tarot, for the month of October, of course. So this was written by Minerva Sigel and illustrated by Abigail Larson. I got the 7 of Potions, I got the 9 of Presents, and I got the 3 of Candles. So for you tarot readers out there, the 7 of Potions correlates with the 7 of Cups. And that is a card where there are many different options or possibilities. So I think that China has been trying different things to figure out how to do this and how to build this. Tried many different experiments, followed by the 9 of Presents, which is the 9 of Pentacles. I think that they hit on one that's working for them. And they're building their confidence in it. They're learning more about it, and they're becoming successful with it. And this ends with the 3 of Candles, which correlates with the 3 of Wands, which to me means that they're going to have to start to reach out and get more help into the next phase. They might have to reach out to other countries or perhaps even other technologies beyond the world, maybe even alien, I'm not sure. But they're going to have to start building it to the next level to get the time travel tunnel to work.
I thought you were going to say they're calling up the travel channel to get their
the travel channel is
documentary
involved, and film. So I think that they're definitely working on it. Whether or not it was that thing we see in the video, I'm not entirely sure. But Carol, what did you get?
So I had some interesting cards. I did an oracle, Halloween oracle.
Yeah.
So it's a little different than tarots. It doesn't, follow the traditional tarot, but they're pretty cool. This deck is by Stacy DeMarco, and I drew Midnight, the Skull of Stars, and Ancestors.
Sweet.
So I'm just going to read a little bit about Midnight. So it says here that midnight is the transition times, such as noon, the time between tides, or even dark moon, and they're traditionally powerful times for magical transformation.
Very cool.
Which I think is what time travel would do for us. It would transform.
It would transform a lot
our
of things.
lives so much with this technology.
Yep.
So I think whatever they're doing out there, they want to transform life as we know it by their technology. The Skull of Stars next really talks about infinite possibilities. It says that we come from the stars. We are the dust of stars. That to me speaks of really reaching out to space. So maybe it is a portal out into another universe. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the last card I drew was Ancestors, which really points to our past and connecting with
the past,
the legacy. And what's crazy about this card is it looks like a tunnel. There's a tunnel.
Yes, it does.
A ladder like up the tree.
Yes.
And it's kind of like the ladder steps designed into our DNA. So I think they're needing the help from our ancestors with this to go back in time
Yeah.
and research maybe lost knowledge or
It's a
lost
direct
technology.
tree to the past, which is exactly what they're building.
Yeah,
I don't think you can get any closer card to a time traveling tunnel than that one.
I think all three kind of point
Yeah,
to this.
yeah.
So whether that picture was their time machine opening up a portal, I would say it's alluding to their scientific experiments with trying
Yes.
to connect with this on this level.
Yeah.
And we'll just have to see. We'll have to wait and see.
We'll
But
have to wait and see.
pretty cool cards we got.
Very cool cards. Yes. So there we go. China is building a time travel tunnel. I keep wanting to call it a channel.
Time travel channel.
China is building a time travel tunnel.
And hopefully we can watch it on TV. 'cause,
Yeah. That'd be kind of fun.
we'll have more videos to watch.
Yep. Well, that's it for us tonight, you guys. Thanks so much for listening.
Thank you.
Remember, do not apply to the Stephen King horror.
I'll list this link for you
No, you won't.
somewhere.
No, you
Holly
won't.
won't ever know. She
No.
won't ever find out.
I'll find out.
As the flames die down, do remain undaunted.
Though all hitchhikers are ghosts,
And all dolls are definitely haunted.
hey guys, be sure to follow us on Instagram. Our handle is @FiresidePhantoms. If you have a spooky story you would like to share with us, send it to firesidephantoms@gmail.com and you may hear it on a future episode.